welcome to Doing More. I'm Erica Cardenas. We're celebrating Women's History Month here at the 14th Annual Power of the Purse, sponsored by the Arizona Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, an event filled with inspiration and women empowerment. The Arizona Hispanic Chamber of Commerce's 14th Annual Power of the Purse celebrates the influences and impacts of Latinas across Arizona, women who are driving inspiration, empowerment, and change. This event highlights the vital role of women-owned businesses, Latina entrepreneurs, and professionals. I had the opportunity to catch up with Monica Villalobos, President and CEO of the Arizona Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, as she shares her voice on empowering women and how the Chamber supports the Hispanic business community. Take a look.
Today we're at Warehouse 215, so excited to have our 14th annual Power of the Purse women's event. This year's theme is Women in Law, and we really want to look at how women have transformed the profession and how they're changing it and making strides, even though Latinas only make up 5% of all attorneys in the U.S., they're still making a big difference. The Power of the Purse started 14 years ago with about 50 women gathered around to support each other. Now, 14 years later, it's over 500 people, a wonderful network working together to be able to advance everyone in their career, their business, and their profession. Our guests can expect a panel of amazing women. First of all, we have our keynote speaker, Justice Maria Elena Cruz, the first ever Afro-Latina Arizona Supreme Court judge. We're very excited about that.
I remember when I first started my solo practice in Yuma many years ago, I took out an ad in what was the phone book then. If you weren't in the phone book, then your practice was going nowhere. And I had a prominent ad with my full picture. And a young woman who at that time was a single mother just out of high school she says to me that when she saw that photo, she said she had never seen a Latina as an attorney. And she said, if she can do it, so can I. And that woman is now a very successful attorney with a booming practice.
And then we have a wonderful panel as well with 3 amazing attorneys and really making changes in their own profession. Lorena Van Ash, Lori Higuera, and Nicole Pelsick will be joining us and telling us a little bit about what their experience has been and how they got to where they are in the legal field.
This event is of particular importance because it does a couple of things that are important to me as a justice on our Supreme Court. One, obviously the visibility. Women can see other women succeeding in areas where it has been difficult for us to break through. But also, it gives me the opportunity to promote and show women the places that we can occupy.
The Arizona Hispanic Chamber of Commerce was founded in 1948. So for 76 years, we have been providing services, technical assistance, outreach to the small business community, helping them grow and scale and contributing to Arizona's economy and making sure that it is accessible to everyone.
The Arizona Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is committed to representing its members and Hispanic-owned businesses with the highest standards of ethics, integrity, and community service. By empowering its members, the Chamber helps them succeed and prosper in the local, national, and global business community. To be part of this inspiring organization, visit AZHCC.com. What a great way of honoring the contributions of successful women during Women's History Month. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Doing More. We're here at the 14th Annual Power of the Purse, sponsored by the Arizona Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, celebrating the vital role of women-owned businesses, Latina entrepreneurs, and professionals during Women's History Month. The Arizona Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is dedicated to promoting the success of Hispanic-owned businesses by fostering business relationships, economic development, and knowledge sharing for the benefit of Arizona and its chamber members. We had the opportunity to go behind the scenes to Extreme Makeover Home Edition Banner Health Celebration, where Cox volunteers and Banner Health employees came together to move that bus. A moment of joy and transformation.
We're here at the Home Away from Home, which is part of MD Anderson's Cancer Treatment Center and part of an amazing event called Move That Bus. And in partnership with Taylor Morrison Homes, who we have been a business partner with for many, many years, and our longtime community partners, Banner, we were able to bring over 100 Cox volunteers here today to celebrate the opening of the Wellness Center at the Home Away from Home. This is a place where the people who are undergoing cancer treatment at the MD Anderson facility, their families can stay here, they can heal here, they can bond together here. And as part of their cancer journey, they have the opportunity to have an amazing space, thanks to Extreme Makeover Home Edition, to be part of this.
Today was magic. It's actually been the ending of a multiple-year project. So the community center, the wellness center built today, is really the frosting on top of the cake of these homes that we had built through Taylor Morrison. When someone is given the diagnosis of cancer, that journey starts off with what can be a discouraging journey. And now they've got to think about treatment. What's that going to do to me? How's it going to impact my work? How's it going to impact my family? And then if you live in a remote area or an area that doesn't provide cancer care, now you're thinking, where am I going to get this? And the cost of housing for many people was a barrier they couldn't go over. So you can imagine dealing with a diagnosis of cancer and suddenly reaching the point you can't get the care, they don't have housing, and we can give them housing at no cost. They can get their treatment literally feet away and have a place to come and have that burden lifted. I'm a strong believer that's the greatest impact we have on each other is the ability to lift the burden of someone else.
Our organization has just always been really into giving back. It's something that we're really passionate about. So when we got this call, it just was so in line with what really matters to us, and being able to be at a cancer center, it affects so many families, so many lives are touched by it. And just to know that we got to be a little part of that has been such a huge blessing.
Nobody said no, and that's what the great part of this was, is everybody said yes. It just, and including City of Mesa. City of Mesa has been a big part of this. 3, 2, 1. I took it very personally. My father-in-law passed away in this hospital 7 years ago, so this was my way personally to make a difference.
This was an example of the amazing goodness that exists in the world and the amazing organizations that when you come together, you can accomplish anything.
The Cox community team was honored to partner with Taylor Morrison and Extreme Makeover Home Edition to contribute to the Banner Health Home Away from Home project. Watch this unforgettable episode by saying Hulu into your Contour voice remote. Cox Mobile, the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, and OtterBox teamed up to create an exciting contest where the Boys and Girls Club members were invited to submit an original phone case design. Take a look.
We're excited to be here today to celebrate one of the 22 finalists in a national contest that was developed in partnership between Cox Communications and the Boys and Girls Club of America.
In order to be part of this contest, you have to be a 9th through 12th grader in the 2024 to 2025 school year. You also had to be a Boys and Girls Club member.
We got in another partnership with our friends at OtterBox to come up with an art design contest where eligible club members from across the country in Cox markets could submit a design that the winning design would be used to design an OtterBox case that we will then sell in our Cox Mobile stores to benefit Boys and Girls Clubs of America. So the really great thing about this in our West region here for Cox Communications is we have clubs that were able to participate in this contest. From Phoenix to Tucson to Las Vegas, San Diego, Orange County, Santa Barbara, all of those clubs got to participate in this competition. Really happy to share with all of you that the finalist from the Phoenix market is Josh from your very own Boys and Girls Club. Congratulations, Josh. 2, 3. Our Phoenix finalist for this contest is a young man by the name of Josh. And he's an amazing artist, an amazing talent, and he really brought a beautiful design to life. And we're so excited because now he's eligible for the final competition, which will include 22 finalists from across the country, and the winner's going to get a $25,000 scholarship. And the club that that person belongs to is going to get a $25,000 Cox Innovation Lab or makeover. It's a really, really wonderful opportunity.
So when we revealed Josh's artwork, first of all, we were so glad that he won, but second, it was just a beautiful piece. He put a lot of effort into it, the colors, the innovation, everything about space. It was just a beautiful piece of work. His peers were so impressed by him, his staff was so proud of him. So just overall, we were really impressed by what he was able to accomplish.
When I made the painting and put it into the thing, I'm like, there's 10, 15 states that this is going between. And what are the chances that I'm one of the finalists compared to all of those? Because there's people who are probably much better than me at art. The first thing I thought of was when I was little, because I would always love looking up at the stars and all that. I went up to like Flagstaff with my dad and we would just lay there and just look at the stars, look at the moon, because there's not much light pollution, so you can actually see a lot of stars. And it was just amazing to me. And that really made me aspire to be an astronaut.
He wanted to be an astronaut when he was younger, so to see that artwork really be displayed, it was a beautiful piece, and we're really proud of him.
Thank you, Cox Communications, for this opportunity.
Congratulations, Josh!
What a great way of doing more. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Doing More, where we shine a light on the good things happening in our communities. We're here at the 14th annual Power of the Purse, sponsored by the Arizona Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, celebrating Women's History Month. Women's History Month honors the resilience, dedication, and far-reaching influence of women who've devoted their lives to education, mentorship, and leadership. For 2025, the theme is moving forward together to shape the minds and futures of all generations. We headed to the City of Wickenburg to enjoy the 76th annual Gold Rush Days, an exciting event that included a senior pro rodeo, an artisan fair, a parade, and much more. Take a look.
Nothing any good ever came from an Arizona mine. Twisted purple mountains and a sky pulled straight from out of time.
Today we are celebrating our 76th annual Gold Rush Days. It brings people together with our heritage of gold panning and roping. Wickenburg was founded in 1863 by Henry Wickenburg. He came here looking for gold, and so that's kind of what we're known for. We are big about celebrating history and historical events and our normal day-to-day life that used to be, with introductions to what is new. This event is important because everybody knows Wickenburg as the roping capital of the world, which is wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful. However, we're also so much more. We bring the cowboys, we bring the city, we bring the families together, and everybody has something in common, and we all love to get together.
Starting today, we'll have our Senior Pro Rodeo. We also have our artists down by the community center and around Stone Park that have their art on display. We also have many other vendors that have their crafts on display. We have our food trucks, we have our carnival. So you can just basically park your car in Wickenburg and you can just walk the whole town. But it's a fun event for the whole family. Everybody has a great time here.
My hopes for this event and the impact it'll bring is that people will get to know Wickenburg. It's a small town and it has a lot of heart. So I hope that people are able to experience it and get to know some of the locals and grow with us as we're growing every year for our heritage events. There's many hands in the pot to make it happen. From local sponsors, and that would be our shops, our local shops, to NRS, AMTS, the town of Wickenburg, big sponsor, to our bigger sponsors that are all over the valley, Cox APS, our Wellick Foundation. It's a big group that comes together to make all of this possible.
On the way, you got a friend or two in mining world, don't you?
People should come to experience Wickenburg next year simply because it's a one-in-a-lifetime experience. It should definitely be on everybody's bucket list. It should be on Arizona's bucket list. We will bring the charm that nobody else will bring to you. Whether it's Western, whether it's local, whether it's shopping, whether it's rodeo, there's charm in this town, and it's one of a kind. You can get more information about this event and many more in Wickenburg by going on to our webpage or visit us on social media at the Chamber website.
We caught up with the Frank Lloyd Wright Foundation and the Cartwright School District 83 for an exciting hands-on STEAM-based field trip. Take a look.
I received an email about field trips, and that is part of my role, is to manage and organize field trips for Taliesin West, asking if they could bring 1,600 students for a field trip. Just to put that in perspective, we generally serve about that many students across the entire year. The Frank Lloyd Wright Foundation is the nonprofit organization committed to furthering Frank Lloyd Wright's legacy, as well as connecting people to the arts, architecture, and nature to improve their lives. We are also responsible for the preservation of Wright's two homes, his home Taliesin in Spring Green, Wisconsin, and his home Taliesin West in North Scottsdale.
Within Cartwright District, because we have such an emphasis on preparing our students and our scholars to be successful in the real world, this year in particular, we identified that we had a need for a new partner to support our 6th grade scholars. That's about 1,600 students. Through some networking and through exploring those potential partnerships, we came across the Frank Lloyd Wright Taliesin West team. It was a rare opportunity for us to find a partner that wanted to hear more about our vision for college and career readiness for our students and our field trip initiative, and wanted to explore a partnership with us. They didn't just say, yes, we can host field trips. They said, well, what do you want? What are the outcomes that you want to see for your students and your teachers?
The school is also a Title I district, which means that they needed financial support to make this possible. The first thing I said was yes, and then I sought off to seek financial partners who could help us, one of them being Cox. When students come for a field trip at Taliesin West, they take a 1-hour guided tour of the historic area of Frank Lloyd Wright's home and studio, and then they get to do a hands-on activity. During this activity, they learn about change over time in technology, which is an important learning standard. They learn about why a blueprint is even called a blueprint, and it's actually because of a process that was invented in the early 1800s. And so the students get to make their own floor plan, and they get to make a blueprint copy of their own, and they get to take both home.
What we wanted to create was an opportunity to take them to an experience that they may not even know is in the Valley. And so with the immediate feedback from students, it's kind of like, wow, I want to be an architect, or wow, look at this natural beauty.
The possibilities are endless. All things that are man-made were designed, and that's a job, and that could be a really cool job. We want them to kind of walk away thinking about the built environment and how that intersects with art and science and engineering.
We'll be back with more on Doing More after this. Welcome back to Doing More. We're here at the 14th annual Power of the Purse, sponsored by the Arizona Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, an event highlighting the importance of women-owned businesses during Women's History Month. Our final stop was in Nevada, where Clark County Foster Services brought smiles, joy, and holiday cheer to foster children and their families by sharing gifts and creating memorable moments. Take a look.
At any given time, we have over 3,000 children in foster care waiting for a good quality foster home. And what we're looking for is telling the community that we are in a state of a critical need for foster parents to come forward. We have under 500 homes to house over 3,000 children. And so we're on a mission to spread awareness in our community about the needs for foster parents in the area. So in order to become a foster parent, you basically would start your journey at one of our foster care information sessions. We have them all over the Valley. We're trying to get into every corner of the community so that we can make sure that people can get to our information sessions. It's about an hour of information. It really tells our families and individuals all about how to become a foster parent. It's really a quick informational session. Once families say yes, what happens is we connect them with training that will really enable them to care for our children in the best way possible, help them heal and recover. That process can be anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks. During that process, we're getting to know the families, they're getting to know the agency, and we work together to make sure that we have safe and healthy homes for our kids. We know that it takes a village, and so there are other ways to step forward for our kids. You could raise awareness in the community, tell others about the need for foster homes. In addition to that, you could consider volunteering your time or donating your time to Peggy's Attic, which is a place where we are able to accept donated goods for families and give those out to foster families that have said yes to our kids. What we hope with volunteering and or sponsoring is that we can kind of introduce families and individuals to foster care in general, and we find that oftentimes our volunteers, after they've helped us with, like I said, the beginning stages of Give Joy or volunteering or donating at any time, they actually, maybe consider becoming a foster parent. Our volunteers make all the difference. No matter if the donation is big or small, if it's volunteering time or goods, we could not do it without them. And so we are so grateful to have all of our volunteers come together to help make this event amazing for our kids.
Get involved. It is literally the most beautiful thing. Like, this is my favorite thing ever. I do all the wish lists, I donate, and then I come here, we help decorate, we get to see the children, you get to see their faces light up with Santa, and I love it. And I will continue to do it, and we will grow it bigger and bigger every year.
We have an amazing website called clarkcountyfostercare.com where you can find all the links to ways to connect with us through foster care. You can click on an information session, you can click on how to become a volunteer, how to donate time, how to donate goods. You can also click on a link to become a proud partner with Clark County Foster Care.
And we want you guys to know, children belong in homes with families where they can get that safe, loving, secure environment, a lot of one-on-one interaction, and you can be that safe place for our children.
I want to thank Monica Villalobos, President and CEO of the Arizona Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, for allowing us to be a part of today's Power of the Purse celebration. The Arizona Hispanic Chamber of Commerce also designed a foundation corporation. The foundation's goals are to correlate with the Chamber's mission and pillars. The foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit corporation which operates the Phoenix Minority Business Development Center, the Datos Institute, the Emerging Business Leaders Initiative, and the Prosperity Through Excellence campaign. For more information, head over to AZHCC.com. I am Erica Cardenas. Thanks so much for joining me, and see you on the next Doing More. Power of the